Gonna be a fast Friday night at the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth and a fast Friday afternoon as NASCAR Nationwide Series drivers go qualifying for 2 quick laps around this blazing quick track to try and earn their starting spot in tonight's 6th race of the season. Hi everybody, welcome to ESPN's continuing season-long coverage of the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Alan Bestwick in Fort Worth along with Dale Jarrett and Andy Petrie. Did you know Dale won the very first pole at this racetrack ever when it opened in '97?
He blew him away, didn't he?
It rained. He was the point leader at the time.
I had him the whole time.
But I digress. Yeah. Seriously, this racetrack is one of the fastest the Nationwide Series drivers will compete on all season long. When you look at last year's runs for the pole, second fastest of the year was here at Texas. What's it like for a driver to just put it all out there for 2 laps here?
You've got to go out there and give it your all as a driver at this racetrack. You see that average speed. Well, you don't slow down much in the corner because you're going to pretty much have to be wide open, if not entirely wide open the entire way around here. This racetrack has lost a lot of the grip that it had back years ago, and now it has a lot of bumps in it. There's a huge bump down in turn 1. You have to negotiate all of that staying in the throttle, so you really have to dig deep as a driver if you want to try to get the pole here.
And the only way that driver can hold that throttle pegged on the floor is to have a car that drives really good. It can't be off even a little bit to hold it down and make it through the corner. And these tires will hold up good for 1 lap or maybe 2, but not much more than that. There's just a little bit of grip in them.
A lot of candidates for fast car, fast driver combination that it'll take to win the pole. With a story of some of those, here's Jamie Little.
Well, Alan, Texas tends to bring out the big stars. You hear a lot of big names winning, but today could be a different story. Why? Because for the first time since 2003, Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards are not entered. So it could present a new opportunity for a Nationwide Series only driver. So Vince Welch, who will take advantage this evening? Will it be maybe Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Dillon, or maybe even Cole Witt?
Well, Jamie, you mentioned the name Cole Witt, just 20 years old and 6th in points. This young guy certainly has been impressive here in the early going of the NASCAR Nationwide Series season. But Junior Motorsports wants more, so they've made a crew chief swap. In fact, Tony Eury Sr., Pops, is going to leave the 88 in Cole Witt and go work on the 5 car with Dale Earnhardt Jr. And Witt gets the versatile Bruce Cook, a veteran of both the trucks and the Nationwide Series. So, Junior Motorsports, they want results, a win, and maybe this weekend they'll get it. We'll see if these changes increase their chances, Alan.
All right, Vince, thanks. The first car rolls at Texas Motor Speedway. When we come back after a quick break, everything's going to be quick in this qualifying session, especially the lap times.
NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Be a lot of race fans visiting the Fort Worth stockyards over the weekend as NASCAR comes to Texas for the first of 2 times in this 2012 season. Nationwide Series qualifying underway. Green flag for the first of 45 cars. This is John Jackson, the native of Scotland, now makes his home in Florida. And looking for what would be just his 5th career start in the Nationwide Series. 45 drivers for 43 starting spots, so a couple are going to go home. Remember that this now being the 6th race of the season, the guaranteed starters go by this year's current owner points. Top 30 in the Nationwide Series. Talk more about that as we weed our way through some of the go or go home cars.
Whoa. John gets a little loose through there.
He picked up about a half a second from what his fastest lap was in the practice sessions, but I think this will probably be slower after that little bobble.
You can see how the racetrack has got a lot of rubber on it. We've seen a lot of cars on it today. The Nationwide Series cars actually practiced their happy hour session earlier this morning, and the Sprint Cup cars have been on it just recently.
Second lap a little bit slower for John Jackson. And as the first car to go, he gets to sit for some time now and see if he's going to make the race or not.
Well, that thing gets pretty far out there, Dale.
Wow. Yeah, and that's right there where you can see that little dark patch come across it. That's where the tunnel is, and that's a big dip in the track there. And you can see the car really turned and started to rotate. Bad feeling at 180 miles an hour.
I guarantee you. This is the guy that can go fast. So Kevin LePage is he's one of these guys that can get the most out of a car in qualifying. If it'll do it, he can get the speed. You can see right there he was a little bit quicker. on that first lap in a couple of places, but comes up a little short, just a few hundredths short of John Jackson's lap.
Remember, the cars go out to qualify in the inverse order of the practice times that they set in for this weekend's case, the practice that they had here last night in the evening.
Not sure how many we'll see run faster on the second lap, but Kevin LePage is going to definitely do it.
There's Mike Harmon, team owner and sometimes driver of this car. A little bit quicker on the second lap for Kevin at a 31.66. And now they wait.
That is a long process, especially when you're sitting there not knowing what your fate is, if you're going to race or not.
Well, I can see Tim Schindel's car there. It's a little bit tail happy through the corners too. It's one of those racetracks where it's really difficult to get the back end stable under the car. Got so much speed, and it's the track's gotten worn out quite a bit. Tire has to be fairly tough, so it makes it really hard to get the rear tires to hook up.
And compounded by the fact that all Nationwide Series races are impound races after qualifying, and the race is at night tonight. So you had to set the car up to anticipate the conditions for racing tonight. Hang on.
Yeah, that first lap he's about 4/10 faster than LePage.
Yeah, he's locked himself into this field already.
So Schendel is going to make his 14th career Nationwide Series start for the Wisconsin native. And for the moment, he's the fastest of the three cars that have gone. Go or go home status for Morgan Shepherd, who's on the track in his 89 car, bobbing and weaving through 1 and 2.
I tell you, we were talking, as we said at the top of the show, this is a tough qualifying lap here. You know, as Andy was pointing out, you've got to put your race setup in the car to go out here and qualify in the afternoon for something that you're anticipating racing at night. No, there couldn't be any more difficult conditions.
How many 70-year-old guys you see getting out on the highway driving this fast? This guy can get it done. When you see somebody that is 70 years old still doing it this well, Dale, do you think he maybe retired a little too soon?
No, I'm fine with where I'm at watching Morgan do it. He can carry that banner for us. But it is tremendous effort that he puts forth.
He does. He races hard. He works hard and he drives hard. He puts a lot into this.
First lap for Morgan, 3rd out of 4. Has not assured himself yet a place in the race.
He's not going to beat Tim Schindel's lap, so he's going to have to wait a few more here and see if he can beat maybe one other car to get in this field.
Yep. So Morgan Shepherd, 3rd out of 4 so far. Early in the going in NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying at Texas Motor Speedway, setting it up for tonight's 300-miler under the lights in Fort Worth. NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying at Texas Motor Speedway. Jeremy Clements has just finished his lap. He is the fastest so far on the pole at a 31.088. TJ Bell, just taking the checkered flag, has locked himself in to Friday night's race. 3rd quickest so far for TJ Bell. And on the track now is Scott Speed, who has just made his flying lap and gone to the top of the board.
What were you saying about him? You're saying he wasn't scared, right?
When we were,
that guy is fearless.
Just before we came back from commercial, I just think that this guy is fearless, and he's, you know, you look at a guy getting into a car that's not getting a lot of laps on the track this year, and every week in qualifying, he just hangs it out there.
He's got a lot of driving talent.
Of course, I guess when you've driven a Formula One car.
Well, yeah, but you know, there's nothing really that applies. That's what I'm amazed that he's able to come out here. And, you know, he just doesn't have a lot of time in the stock car. But Scott Speed, as you said, comes out here and gets the job done. He can go fast in pretty much anything he gets in.
Benny Gordon now on the clock.
This is another champion from another series, 2005, 2008 USAR champion is Benny Gordon. So he's got a lot of stock car experience that does carry over, and looking to make his mark in the Nationwide Series.
Some pretty good runs so far this season.
Yeah.
Going well.
Lost a lot of time, obviously, in the middle of 1 and 2 compared to Scott's speed. Benny Gordon will show 5th fastest out of 8 so far. And will go for 2.
Yeah, that turn 1 is just such a difficult corner to negotiate. And if you don't have a lot of time here, I mean, literally, you go down in there the first time or two, and you hit that bump in the middle of 1 and 2, you think that you're not sure where your car is going to land. And then you have to go try to qualify and run faster than what you have been.
Yeah,
it's
that
intimidating.
That turn 2 wall on the exit comes up pretty quickly.
Yes.
A little faster on the second lap for Benny Gordon, but leaves him 5th out of the 8 that have gone so far. Couple of different faces in different places for this race tonight, Jamie.
Little blast from the past. Kelly Byers, we haven't seen him in a car since last July, Kelly. So what's your program here? And welcome back, by the way.
It's great to be back. Got to thank all these guys at Go Green Racing and FentonMotors.com for giving me an opportunity to come back and get back in the race. It's first time racing this year, and it's been a long time since I've really been in a car and here in a car at Texas. So just feel fortunate. I've got a pretty good car and looking forward to racing tonight.
He's got to get his sea legs under him. It's been since 2008 since he's raced here, Alan.
We'll see Kelly Byers in just a little bit for his qualifying laps. He does have to make the field on time. Here's Chase Miller. Locks himself in. 2nd fastest lap so far.
See, Chase carried quite a bit of speed between 1 and 2. But that exit is the most important part. If you can get off of turn 2, like you said, Dale, without having either a tight condition where the car's pushing or have to get out of the throttle, you carry a lot more speed down that straightaway, which carries a lot more, time all the way around the racetrack. Your lap time will definitely improve by getting off the corner better.
First of the 2 laps, the better for Chase Miller, but more importantly, locks himself into the starting field for tonight's race. Speaking of tonight's race, our coverage starts with NASCAR Countdown from here in Texas at 8 Eastern Time on ESPN2, race number 6 of the season, and it really is going to be a fun night for a lot of reasons. We'll talk more about that in a bit. A lot of fun for the straight liners this weekend as well. The NHRA 4-wide Nationals over in Charlotte, qualifying 5 Eastern tomorrow, ESPN2. For the road racing set, the Tequila Patron American Le Mans Series is at Long Beach, 7:30 Eastern tomorrow, ESPN2. And then the finals of the NHRA 4-wide Nationals, 7 Eastern Sunday, ESPN2. '14 car, Eric McClure on the racetrack. McClure's first lap was 7th fastest out of 10 so far. He had his hands full there.
Yeah, and that, even that first lap was quite a bit slower than what he ran in practice.
It's a challenge. I mean, you try to get these cars to run that one fast lap with that race setup like we talked about, and sometimes you miss it a little bit, and it's difficult. See Eric trying to get more out of it than it wanted to give.
So McClure's 7th out of 10 that have gone. Fastest of those who have run. That man, Scott Speed, on the pole for now at Texas. Leaderboard continues to shuffle up here at Texas Motor Speedway. Jeff Green, the former series champ, has just gone to the top of the board in nationwide qualifying with a 30.826 second lap. And just seconds ago, Denny Hamlin finished his lap 2nd fastest to Jeff Green by just a few ticks of the stopwatch.
Now we have our 3rd fastest car on the track. Timmy Hill is clocked in at 3rd fastest speed.
We saw Denny Hamlin only take 1 lap. Came in. We'll see Timmy now try to improve his on his 2nd lap. If you get a good first lap, it's going to be hard to really get a better lap the 2nd time around. All the grip is in the tires that first lap. If you really nail the corner, that first lap should do it. Nothing would make the car faster on the 2nd lap other than maybe just improving on maybe a few mistakes from the first.
Yeah, and the only thing that could possibly do it too, and it would possibly be air pressure wise, if you're saying, okay, we're going to give this to, so you start down a little bit. Most of these guys are going to be having the air pressures right where they want them to come in that first lap and get the most that they can, most grip that's allowed with that tire.
So Timmy Hill, third fastest for now, last year's Rookie of the Year, coming back to the Nationwide Series after spending the early part of this year attempting to run at the Sprint Cup Series. Here, just talked to him a little while ago, coming back to the Nationwide Series is Kelly Byers. His team has had some struggles. Joey Gase has been driving this car, and they've had a couple of mechanical problems, gotten involved in a couple things, and basically they've fallen outside the top 30 in owner points. And when I asked Kelly about what brought this deal about, he said they need to get back in the top 30 in points to make sure they're in the races. That's my job.
And you just heard the crew chief on the radio saying we're in on that first lap. So I'll say they made a good decision there, at least to get the car in the show here. And I think Kelly Byers is a tremendously talented driver. It's a good break for him, too.
Yeah, man, we see as we go down this list and watch a lot of these young drivers, they have a tremendous amount of talent. It's just about being able to position yourself and get in that right situation where you can really showcase that. And unfortunately, there's a lot more good drivers than there are, good, solid teams out there right now.
Fourth fastest for Kelly Byers in that 39 car for the moment. Only 4 former winners in Nationwide Series competition here in Texas will be in the field for tonight's race. One of them will be Joe Nemechek. Joe celebrating a win here back in 2003. And on the track now to attempt his starting spot earning laps. And you see the list of former winners that will be in the field tonight. And the interesting part about that is that bottom line, the drivers that have accounted for the last 11 Nationwide Series victories at this racetrack are not entered. It's so wide open victory lane for somebody to drive into.
Kind of the way we've looked at the whole season so far. Joe's car is really loose, and that's no fun. You talk about going around here and having to try to hold it wide open. You can see right there. I'd bring that baby back to the pits while it's still in one piece.
Yeah, he's not going to improve on this second lap.
Fortunately for Joe, guaranteed a starting spot in the field in the top 30.
Terrible loose.
All right, so we got a wicked loose and a terrible loose.
That's pretty loose.
I think they know what they need to try and adjust on in the early part of the race. Jeff Green fastest so far, Jamie.
And every time I interview this guy, I feel like I'm back at X Games. Travis Pastrana here. And Travis, 2 weeks, the countdown begins for your Nationwide Series debut. What are you taking in while you're here?
Just really excited to be watching anything that I possibly can. So I had the weekend kind of off and said, you know what, we're going to come out here. Samsung is a big sponsor, big supporter of mine. So to watch this race is good. And then we actually had a test out in Nashville with Joey Logano and stuff, and Kurt Busch was out there. So I was talking to those guys a little bit, and then Ryan's driving one of my friends also from the last couple of years. So just kind of checking in on these guys and seeing what they're learning and trying to learn from them.
Travis, everything you've done, it takes a lot to make you nervous, but how are the nerves heading into your first Nationwide race?
Well, definitely. I mean, being more nervous then for sure, but just trying to learn as much as I can. I mean, I don't really have any expectations. I'm going to go out and do my best, and that's ground zero. So wherever we are from there, we'll work forward.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this guy. Travis Pastrana will be with us in 2 weeks.
Jamie, thanks. Blake Cook has locked himself into the field for tonight's race with the 4th fastest lap overall out of 16 that have run. Morgan Shepherd and John Jackson still the drivers on the outside looking in for the moment. Talking about Travis Pastrana and Jamie mentioning 2 weeks. Of course, the race in Richmond, Virginia, where Travis is scheduled to make his debut in the Nationwide Series. And why not just jump right in Darlington?
Yeah. And then jump out of the frying pan into the fire and go to Darlington, South Carolina.
It gets a lot easier when you get to Charlotte, where you're only running close to 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's a big challenge, but he's certainly up for it. And look forward to watching Travis make his way into the stock car world at the next higher level. New leader, Kyle Fowler, the 19-year-old from Georgia. Just put a lap up. 175.5 miles an hour average.
You can see by those speeds just how little these cars fall off as they go through the center of the corner. That basically just comes from the fact that you go into the banking, you have the downforce, and the car sits down, and it scrubs off a little bit of speed. You can see they're not lifting off the throttle very little.
Second lap a tick slower, but Kyle Fowler goes to the top of the leaderboard in NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying. But we're not quite halfway done. A lot of good cars and good drivers still to come in Fort Worth. Kyle Fowler is your leader in NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying here at Texas Motor Speedway. Also just completing his run, Texas native Robert Richardson. Not getting the lap that he was hoping for, 14th fastest in the 23 car. And the 75 car of Scott Riggs finishing up 9th quickest so far. 31.019 for Scott.
From Bahama, North Carolina.
And Eric Darnell finishing up his qualifying effort in the 40 car. Locked into the race with Morgan Shepherd and John Jackson still on the bubble. So while Jason Bowles makes his flying laps, Kyle Fowler is on the pole, Vince.
Just 19 years old. This would be his third nationwide race. Vegas, Bristol, and now Texas. So what's been your early impression of your experience in the Nationwide Series?
Well, first off, man, this place is fast. That's the first thing. But the track freed up a little bit from where we were in practice. So we were dancing around a little bit, but we got us a pretty decent time here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go to the back due to engine change. But we had to do that at Bristol as well. So we'll be trying to come up through there from the rear.
Likes that speed. Alan?
Yeah, he said, man, this place is fast.
Yeah, I can imagine your first time of doing a qualifying lap at Texas will get your attention.
Jason Bowles, third quickest in the 81.
About the 40th time you make a qualifying effort here, get your attention. So
every time.
Well, imagine what it's like being 19 and having that going on.
Yeah, wasn't long ago you were running Bandoleros and Legends cars on the quarter-mile tracks, and then you got up into some late models, and all of a sudden you're at Texas, right? Hello.
Still holds that throttle down, though.
Yes.
Not scared.
All right, here's Mike Wallace. Time to beat is a 30.757, and Mike is giving it a run.
I'll tell you, this team has been working really hard to try to up their game a little bit. Johnny Davis has got a good little thing going down there in Gaffney, South Carolina with this team, and they've just been improving every year. Now this year he's putting more investment in the team, and it's starting to pay off for him. I mean, this car's starting to run better every week.
He's fourth fastest on his first lap. Just when the cars go down off into the corners, I don't know if it's an optical illusion with the cameras or what, but they just look like they're moving around so much.
It's no illusion, yeah, it's happening. And a lot of that's what you fight here, because you have to get your car to turn in the center and not be so tied off. You get loose entering the corner, and that's what you're seeing.
Now Mike Wallace, fourth fastest so far. Kyle Fowler's on the pole. Dale Jr. still to come. NASCAR Nationwide Series qualifying rolling right along here at Texas Motor Speedway. Josh Wise has put the 42 car into the field. 11th position so far for Josh, locked into the show. Taylor Malsom has just finished up his runs as well in the 19. And Malsom 8th overall. Second of his 2 laps was quicker. That's definitely not the trend so far today. And new faces in new places. Ryan Truex in the 09 car for RAB Racing this week, and on top of the board.
Yeah, it's a good break for him to get in the Nationwide Series. It's a good car. Kenny Wallace has been driving this car, and it's been running good every week. I just talked to Kenny this morning. He wants everybody to know that he'll be back in this car at Talladega.
But they didn't have any sponsorship for here. Ryan had sponsorship. They put the deal together, and he's on board. And right now, he's on the pole.
Yeah, this is a really good race team, and Kenny Wallace has shown that you can do a lot of good things. Whenever they have the money to get to the racetrack, that's important, and you can see what could happen. Ryan Truex give this thing a good ride tonight.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks since the Nationwide Series raced, but the last time we saw these drivers, it was Joey Logano in victory lane, Jamie.
Yes, and he knows how to get this car on the pole. But last time you guys were here, you really seemed to struggle with this certain tire. How have things been so far this weekend?
Our guys recently have done a really good job making speed with our GameStop tote, and all of Joe Gibbs Racing has been doing a good job there. So we come into racetracks like this a lot more confidence this year than we did last year. Obviously, the way they ran at Las Vegas and then California last couple weeks ago, getting a pole and a win there brings us in with a lot of confidence to come to a track like this. So I'm getting shoved around here, aren't I?
I don't want you to get run over before you get in the car. Thanks, Joey. Looking for his first win here, Alan.
Jamie, thanks. David Reagan had his hands full in turn 2.
Yeah, that car looked like it was either bottoming out or it's hitting really hard on the springs. Getting in that corner, it was a handful for sure.
Yeah, right there in turn 3. It's not a good thing when you see those red gloves go to the right in the center of the corner. David won the pole for the Cup race here last April. He knows how to get around here.
Well, his lap, the last one, despite the big bobble in 2, was fast enough to lock him into the race. So that's the good news. One assumes he got that word. And
yeah, he was still trying to improve on it, though, because he had a big bobble that first lap. He does pick it up a little bit.
Up to 11th for David Reagan in the 27 car. Watch the hands inside the windshield and those red gloves that DJ was talking about.
You can see he goes over that part. That's where the tunnel is, down in the middle of 1 and 2 is where all of that started, and then it just kind of magnifies from that point as he gets off the exit. Turn 2.
So David Reagan finishes up in 11th spot, while Ryan Truex has just come back in after putting his car at the top of the board.
His first time with RAB and his first time in a nationwide car here at Texas. What was your impression of that qualifying run?
It's windy. You can really feel the wind coming down the back going into turn 3. I don't know if that was part of my, my loose in 3 and 4. I was really good in 1 and 2. I barely lifted, but I felt like I lost a lot of time in 3 and 4. So overall, I'm happy with it. We're in the race, so I got nothing to worry about there. But just got to thank Grind Boss for coming on board, RAB for letting me drive their car. It's a good opportunity for me, so I'm just having fun with it.
Right now, he's on top of the board.
Well, he was, Vince. But Justin Allgaier has just bumped him back to the number 2 spot. Allgaier topping 177 miles an hour in that 31.
Yeah, they had a great run going to California the last race before we had the 2-week break, and I've heard a lot of good things about this car from other drivers and teams that this could be a car to beat tonight also.
Allgaier certainly has shown speed at times at the beginning of this season, but the results just, they haven't been there.
Well, they've had some problems. They had a problem in California with the radiator that blew up after they ran the car hot. I was talking to Jimmy Elliott. He's talking to this car has been better, and they've got some aero things that they've worked on this year that they really feel good about.
So Justin Allgaier in the number 1 spot for the time being. Brian Scott close, but not able to bump him from that position on the scoreboard. Second quick for the 11.
Another driver that's been fast a lot, had some good runs, doesn't necessarily have all the finishes, had a good run in California, but remember back to the 1.5-mile track at Las Vegas, had a great run going, got a little bit loose and unfortunately crashed there, but seems to be coming around with this race team. It'll be close.
Yeah.
It's in the green. He's got it.
There he goes, top of the board. New leader,
yeah, good
Brian
call running
Scott.
your second one there. 30.29, that's got your pole right now.
178.2 miles an hour for Brian. But got a lot of fast cars still to come. Talking about drivers who maybe haven't posted the results they wanted to in that opening stretch of races this season. Our Sports Nation poll question. Want to know which driver you think's in biggest need of a turn it around race right now. Those are the choices we posted. Log on and vote, ESPN.com/NASCAR. Talk more about that in NASCAR Countdown in the race tonight.
I'd have to say each of those drivers might vote for themselves. They
Yes.
need that, sure they do, and they probably welcome that break that we had to try to get themselves and the team in a better position and go make it happen. We know they're very capable.
Speaking of someone that has posted probably better than expected results to start the season, And I don't say that because of Michael Annett. I say that because this opportunity, this team wasn't together until just before the season, when they put the deal together with Richard Petty Motorsports, started obtaining cars and equipment from Roush Fenway Racing, put it all together, and he's 7th in the championship right now and had some pretty solid runs to start the year.
He really has. I talked to Sammy Johns, one of the principals at Richard Petty Motorsports, and about this, how they started this team so late and how they were able to be so good right out of the box. He said they are getting a lot of help from Roush, so, you know, Roush's history in the sport in the Nationwide Series has been pretty good, so yeah, they've got a lot to draw on.
Second lap, better of the two for Michael Annett, and he is 3rd fastest so far. Now, Morgan Shepherd and John Jackson, the two drivers that are on the bubble. Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of the 2 remaining go-or-go-home cars to qualify, and he had a big bubble.
Yeah, that's a bad, bad place to have that happen, too. That was coming right through 3 and 4 on the first lap, which is going to kill this lap. He's made it, he's locked himself in, but that really hurt that lap, and it's going to hurt this one as well because he didn't have enough speed coming to the line.
Just goes to show you that we talked about all these young guys coming here for the first time. Here's somebody's got a lot of experience, has won here. It can jump up and bite you too.
Yeah, at least he doesn't have to sweat it. He's made it in.
That's pretty good, Andy. I like that.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to get
a
it.
sponsor out there.
Bad loose, huh? Yeah, I couldn't do nothing with it.
15th on the first lap, 5th on the second. John Jackson is out of the race. And Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car is in one piece. He said he couldn't do anything with it. Well, I thought he did a lot with it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got it back in one piece.
Yep. So Junior in 5th for now. Brad Keselowski getting up to speed, and let's check with Vince.
Justin Allgaier currently 2nd on the board, but I know you guys talked a lot about race setup today. How do you balance where you put in the car for qualifying as compared to what you're going to have in the race?
Well, it's unfortunate. Anytime you got a day like today where you qualify in the afternoon, you race at night, you got to try to figure out what the balance is going to be. And we feel like ours is really good at night. We practiced last night. This morning's practice, we didn't put a whole lot of emphasis on it, just because we knew that qualifying and daytime wasn't going to be a big factor. So I don't know where that's going to put us in the Branch Chevy. I feel like we have a really good race car, and hopefully we can stay towards the top of the board. I don't know where we're going to end up, but we've out-qualified a couple of guys I thought would beat us, so hopefully it'll be promising.
AB?
All right, Vince, thanks. That one bobble in turn 3, when you saw that line go green, and then the back end stepped out on Brad Keselowski, was what might have kept him from winning the pole.
There's a lot of cars struggling for rear grip out here in this qualifying session.
And I'm curious, Ryan Truex was the first driver to mention. I mean, we've been looking out the front of our booth at the American flag behind pit road that is standing almost straight out with the wind blowing from turn 2 down to turn 3. Ryan Truex was the first driver that mentioned it, but all these guys going off into turn 3 and saw it on the wheel.
Well, it's not so much the wind that will make the car loose, it's the speed that comes from the wind. I mean, you're carrying a lot more speed down the back straightaway because of that. Oh, you see right there, Sam Hornish really out of shape.
He had plenty for the pole there, but lost it coming out of 4.
The same thing. I mean, you see he was just carrying a ton of speed getting into turn 3.
That car's extremely loose too, and I think a lot of this goes back to what that Justin Allgaier was just talking about, practicing last night. This track has lost a lot of grip, but it's definitely going to have more at night, so they can free these cars up a little bit more for that. And it's hard having that race set up in there to get it tightened up enough for qualifying here.
3rd fastest for Sam Hornish Jr., and he gives it up after 1 lap. It was a handful. Check this out.
Wow.
Little dirt track.
Surprise of the qualifying session to me so far, this man is on the pole. Steve Arpin making a return to the Nationwide Series and looking to make his first nationwide start at Texas Motor Speedway, has put the Turner Motorsports car on the pole for the moment. At 178.6 miles an hour, Joey Logano not able to top Arpin's time. 3rd fastest for Logano, but Joey does lock himself into the field and completes the bumping process. Morgan Shepherd will not race tonight. Here's Casey Kane. 11 cars to go. And new pole leader.
He blew him away.
Casey Kane.
1D3, P1.
Beat him by 1,000.
A whole 1,000?
Yeah, a whole. Yeah, he's going for more right now, though.
Casey Kane, one of those 4 former Nationwide Series winners at Texas. That'll be in the field tonight. Second lap is faster.
Yeah, he got him by a whole 100 that time.
10 cars to go. Casey Kane on the pole. Brian Scott sitting third on the board.
Well, you're referencing blowing him away, and that takes on new meaning down here as the wind is really gusting. How much do you feel it out there on the track, Brian?
Man, the wind is affecting you, especially going into 3 with that big tailwind. It's hard to get the car pointed and to have the grip level that you want. But I feel pretty good considering the lap was definitely a handful, and it's holding on better than I thought. So I'm proud of everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing, everybody on this Dollar General team. We didn't do a mock run in practice yesterday. We didn't feel like we could afford to with how important tires are here. So we're a lot more confident in our race package, and I feel like that'll be a decent starting spot, and I think that we'll be better than some of these cars that beat us qualifying when the race goes.
Well done. AV?
All right, Vince, thanks. You want an underdog to cheer for tonight? Look at the blank quarter panels on Mike Bliss's 44 car, and he just ran the 3rd fastest lap.
I was standing in his garage stall after happy hour, and they brought the car in and backed it back out, and there's Mike with a broom sweeping out the garage in his garage stall. And I looked over, I said, Mike, that's how I got my start, too.
3rd quickest for Mike Bliss. Don't forget tonight's NASCAR Nationwide Series race starts at 8 Eastern on ESPN2, beginning with NASCAR Countdown from here in Texas. Nice in-depth look at Elliott Sadler and Luke Lambert, part of the countdown. That's tonight. Also this weekend, the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals from over in Charlotte. Qualifying's at 5 Eastern tomorrow, ESPN2. The Tequila Patron American Le Mans Series racing in the streets of Long Beach, 7:30 Eastern tomorrow, ESPN2. And then the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals finals are Sunday at 7 Eastern, ESPN2.
I'm off on Sunday. I might go watch that.
It'd be spectacular.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Speaking of Elliott Sadler, first of 2 laps puts Elliott Sadler to the top of the board.
Way too tight.
That worked. I think that's the first one we've heard say tight.
Yeah, that's not always a bad thing here.
Will it be a good thing when the race starts later on tonight?
Well, they'll have to do some adjustments to get back to that, and then adjusting throughout the night.
First one over 180 miles an hour for the average speed. Elliott Sadler, top of the board. Jamie?
Well, Steve Arpin back in the Nationwide Series and sitting 3rd right now. Big smile on your face. What was your lap like, though? Guys were giving you some interesting info.
I was sitting there before we were going out. We've been fighting a loose car. The Mike's on the Rock Chevy's it's been really good all weekend, but it's just been right on the free side. And Trantone, the crew chief, got on the radio right before I went out. He goes, Brad says it feels like someone put oil on the track. So just giving you a little bit of information. It's like, there's nothing to get your heart racing like that before you go out. So, no, this car has been awesome all day long, all night last night. I rolled off the trailer. It's my first time in a COT car other than Daytona a couple of years ago. So to go out and run like we are, it shows what these guys do for us.
Good to see you back. He's got an ARCA Series win here, and he's looking for one in the Nationwide Series tonight.
I tell them the next time they didn't have any better information than that, just not to talk to me at all.
Really? Oh, that's got to get you going.
Here's Johanna Long, 9th fastest on her first lap.
That's a nice lap.
Does have some experience at this racetrack in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Looking to make her Nationwide Series debut here.
A little bit out of the groove there on that second lap. You can see the speed falling off.
Lap number 1 will be 9th overall with now 7 cars to go. Well, Casey Kane was on the top of the board for a couple of minutes anyway, Vince.
Currently 2nd after the run. Casey said really loose, but it felt good. Now that sounds like a contradiction. How about explaining?
Well, it's a little loose, but the front end felt really good, and we've done a lot to make these cars at Turner Motorsports. The guys have done a lot to make them better and more downforce, and the Hendrick engines are running really well. So it's we have a strong car for tonight. Looking forward to it. I think this Great Clip Chevrolet will be pretty fast. So it was a good qualifying run, and hopefully it's a top 5 or 8 somewhere in there, and then we'll go from there.
Always good to see Casey Kane in the Nationwide Series, AB.
Vince thanks Cole Witt on track now.
Yeah, it's just interesting watching his speed trace compared to Elliott Sadler's lap. You can see as the lap was completed off of turn 4 that Cole Witt was starting to close the gap a little. Didn't quite make it, though.
Good solid effort, though, here this weekend with the new crew chief.
Bruce Cook now heading up the efforts for this 88 team.
Pops Urey is over there now on the 5 car with Dale Jr. this weekend.
It's a second quick for Cole Witt. And we're down now to 6 cars to go. Denny Hamlin is well off
I don't
the
know
pace.
what's going on here.
Something's going on with this 18 car. Have to get Vince or Jamie to follow up on that when Denny comes back in, because something's not right.
So he's up to speed now. I'm not sure if he did this on purpose or maybe his get up to speed lap he got in turn 3, didn't like something. But he's back up to speed now.
Well, if he's on the pole after this lap, we're going to call it brilliant and say we'd like to know what those tactics were.
Well, he's tracking second so far. So it's definitely up to full song. It's going the right way.
Yeah. By a bunch.
Okay.
P1 right now, P1. Great job.
All right, we're going to have to hear about that a little bit. The man he just bumped from the top spot, Denny Hamlin that is Elliott Sadler. Let's hear from him.
And he's talking to his crew chief, Luke Lambert, and you'll see more on them together in our countdown show tonight. Elliott, I'm going to jump in here. You jumped up there, first man under 30, yet you said it's tight, tight, tight. How much faster could you have been?
Oh, we easily left a half a second on the track. We were just a little bit too tight. We were just, trying to be cautious. We always qualify a little better for tight, but so we definitely left some on the track. But, we'll be in the top 6 or 7. We can race those guys from there, and we should have a good race car for the night. So we feel like we learned some things last night. Our car felt good on the long run. We should be fine.
All right, point leader, Elliott Sadler.
Jamie, thanks. One and done for Kurt Busch. That is Kurt in the Kyle Busch Motorsports 54 this week. And he'll be third quickest for the moment at a 30.085. That's just over 179 miles an hour for Kurt. 4 cars to go. Denny Hamlin, top of the board. And on the racetrack now is Danica Patrick. The pole winner at Daytona earlier this year had the 4th fastest lap.
So you just breathed the throttle for a split second there, down in 1 and 2. Making a nice lap so far.
And this has been the tricky spot for most of the drivers, is carrying that thing down into 3 with that tailwind. But she does a pretty good job with it, stays right with it. It's going to be a pretty respectable lap.
Well, went from tracking about 7th down to 14th between the middle of 3 and 4 and the start-finish line.
It may have been so tight she had to kind of squeeze out of the throttle off forward, and that will kill your lap.
Yeah, it looked like she had to play with the throttle just a little bit there, and you just break that momentum for a split second with these cars. Have those tapered spacers, and you just can't afford to get out of the throttle.
Second lap be a little slower, so Danica 14th right now with 3 drivers to go. Denny Hamlin atop the board. Vince, we need an explanation here.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unconventional way of getting to pole position. Had DJ and Andy confused. You want to explain what was going on there?
No, no, I don't. It's just these cars, it takes so long to get up and get going. You don't have enough time between when you leave pit road and when you go get the green to get up to speed. So I just had an idea and just ran with it.
We'll see if there's a bunch of other people copying that philosophy now. Denny Hamlin, fastest so far.
Well, he didn't let on much there, did he? He just trying to keep that to himself. But I have a feeling what he was talking about is those tires are the best for one lap. Okay, and he's saying that to get up to speed, you can't quite get there on that first lap. So he just took it real easy on the tires and then used that extra momentum to get up to speed and work.
I was quite certain that there were going to be a lot of Cup drivers and crew chiefs that might be watching and paying attention, but it's not going to affect them because they have the power to get their car up and going that first lap.
Good lap for Austin Dillon, second fastest. If you've been seeing the promotional announcements on the ESPN networks leading up to this race, the story of Austin being handed the keys to the number 3 by his granddad, Richard Childress. And Austin certainly making the most of that opportunity. He is our in-race reporter for tonight. He's third in the Nationwide Series Championship after the opening 5 races of the season. If you've got a question you'd like Dale to ask Austin, ESPN.com, search in-race reporter. We're open to suggestions.
Absolutely, anytime.
There's another RCR car, Paul Menard. He's good on these style racetracks, and these cars out of the RCR stable have been extremely fast. Whoa, look at this.
Wow.
Wow, this is going to be a good lap.
There you go.
Yeah, nice job.
Now, I don't know if you noticed.
P1, 2971. Good job, Paul.
When we were interviewing, I think it was Casey Kane, and Elliott Sadler climbed out of his car, having just finished his qualifying run. Ernie Cope, the crew chief for this car, was standing right there. Elliott gave him some feedback. Ernie was on the radio down to Paul. Additional information. That's
the way it works.
That's teamwork.
And I think they'd have had the top 3 spots if Denny Hamlin hadn't have pulled a quick one there, because that was really a brilliant move on his part to get the most out of his car.
Didn't look like he was all that happy that we caught on to it, was it?
So Paul Menard to the top of the stack, but he's got one car he's got to wait out. Roush Fenway Racing has won the last 3 straight Nationwide Series events at this racetrack. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is their representative in the field tonight, and he had the fastest lap in the practice sessions getting ready for this race.
He's tracking 7th, but it's not because he backed out of the throttle. That throttle stayed green all the way through the corners. You can see it is here too.
Yeah, just jump sideways.
Hang on to it.
Not enough.
If he tries to improve on the second lap. Tracking pretty close, maybe even actually a little slower than his first lap.
See a car really loose right there, hung out, getting down into turn 3. He's hanging on to it, though.
Well, he is hanging on to it. I saw the wheels turn to the right, getting in the corner. That cannot be an easy or good feeling getting in there like that.
He's probably thinking about then that was a bad idea to run that second lap.
Third fastest for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Paul Menard will be on the pole for tonight's NASCAR Nationwide Series 300-miler. We'll be back in just a couple of hours at 8 Eastern here on ESPN2, and we'll have that for you live, starting with NASCAR Countdown with Paul Menard on the pole. Menard, Hamlin, Stenhouse Jr., Dillon, and Sadler, the top 5. Coming up next, NFL 32. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Paul Menard, 181.7 miles an hour. The pole sitter for tonight's race. We'll see you at 8 Eastern.